that was my thing, and I couldn't bring myself to go. And I don't want to say I couldn't bring myself to go. It just didn't even register to let's go do that. It didn't come up. Nor did let's get back to the car. It was, all right, well, let's continue to look for evidence, as though that whole story was just like looking at the pitcher plants. It was really odd, and that's not the only time that's happened to me where I should have like gone further. I told you this story from when I was younger in the Blues Mountains. I could have dropped down and gone in there. In that moment, I was by myself, and so I can at least logic out why I didn't continue. You know, there was no immediate threat or danger, but it looked like there could be. You know, it was that anticipatory thing. So I don't know, that was the Big Thicket though, and I want to go back because in addition to that, we heard some interesting things at night. I've heard of some places there that I want to go back to the thicket, to other parts of the thicket with people who know the area, who can take me to one of the hot spots. Because we were just picking a spot based on this place that we could stay that was kind of centrally located, and we could drive to some of these different trails and walk these trails like dusk and dawn, you know, and try to see what we could find and do some fishing. I mean, again, it was COVID. We were just trying to get out at that time, but we did have that encounter, and the thicket is an area where I absolutely believe that these skunk apes exist, and I think that they extend down. I mean, there were enough reports that I read in the Houston area, on the eastern side of the Houston area, where people had seen these chimpanzees, you know, going through their garbage cans, and then, you know, nobody's lost a chimpanzee. They try to find the animal and they can't find it. There's something to those stories. I'm not here to say what that is, but as an anthropologist, I have to be open-minded and say, okay, well, these people witnessed something and they described something, something's going on there. And when you add that up and you follow that terrain up into the thicket, that whole area, and the thicket, if you're not familiar, goes all the way up to where Boggy Creek, you know, and the Sulphur River bottom, and there's several rivers that run through the thicket. And there's, I can't remember how many different ecosystems down there. There's at least 12 ecosystems in that thicket. So we certainly didn't explore, you know, even a big enough piece of it for me to not want to go back someday. In 2019, and then the things that happened since then, since we moved up here, I've been reinvigorated and reinterested in the whole Bigfoot subject. I want to try to find more answers, and it's become not just a passion pursuit, but almost an obsession.